forced into servitude as a child. So just one of those things that it ended up, I hated doing it as a kid, but it was an inherent talent for me. So I was able to just capitalize on that and move forward. It became natural and just expanded on my career in the construction industry and grew further and further. Dedicated's actually been around for 18 years. We're new owners. We've been in with the new business for just short of a year. And we just kind of took it over, revamping the business, concentrating on customer service, new ideas, new products, and just helping out the customer and the homeowner as best we can.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Saturday morning Corona edition. What are you going to do? Keep it clean. Keep your distance. Social distancing. I kind of like that word, social distancing. Anyways, this is the sport of home improvement, in case you wanted to know. And welcome back, everyone. So one of the fastest trends and one of the growing trends of the last 5 years in home improvement is flooring. People, obviously you remodel a kitchen, you remodel a bathroom, you build a room addition, flooring. Did you know 80% of all home improvement is spent in the first 2 years of home ownership? And home improvement, by the way, there's $450 billion a year spent. So think about that. Most homeowners spend most of their home improvement dollars in the first 2 years of home ownership. And in that 2 years, it's always flooring. It's one of the items they do. Roofing, concrete, landscaping, painting, flooring. So to talk about flooring with us and what are the trends and how you get it done in your house and, getting it done properly is half the battle, is Bryan Ritter from Dedicated Floor Covering out of Troy, Michigan. Bryan, good morning.
Good morning, Adam. How are you?
I'm awesome, brother. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah.
Good to be here.
So let me ask a quick question for 2020.
Yes.
I always say flooring is a trend. Are you seeing a lot of uptick in the request for flooring?
Yes, we are. And there have been a lot of changes these days. This year, we took on a lot of new product. They've had manufacturing changes, which are definitely to the better. But they're all for the consumer. We've taken the old style of laminate flooring, which unfortunately they had some curling issues and some other things. They've waterproofed it. They've changed the resin cores on it.
So the formula got better.
The formula got better.
Makes perfect sense. I like that.
And I'm the kind of guy, what I've done is I it's me, my skepticism. I take a sample of that flooring and I threw it in a bucket of water and I came back to it 3 days later just to test it and see because they say, you've got 72 hours. Well, I want to know before I take it to somebody's home if it's the right product and it's going to do what it says.
Right.
And I came back to it 3 days later and sure enough. And I turned around and bought some for my own home.
So let's talk about like what I call snap click flooring and things like that. So the flooring that used to be the snap click, there were name brands like Pergo and it was, built, it was from Europe and it came over. That flooring was cool and it went down really fast and they're like, oh my God, this is the new trend in flooring. But what happened was they didn't realize if it got any moisture on it, it wasn't waterproof. So it would curl up, it would absorb, it would expand and you'd be like, whoa, ruined. And you can't save that stuff.
No, can't save it at all.
So there's new brands out there, Cortec.
You have Mohawk, Shaw.
All the big manufacturers.
Oh, I mean, everybody. I mean, there's fabulous product. And that's that laminate floor that's been completely redesigned. And they
hard
just don't do
surfaces.
it. Yeah, hard surfaces.
So those brands are basically waterproof, water resistant.
Water resistant, yeah.
Right. So I know like our basement remodeling companies that are part of Hire It Done, they use it all the time in their basements. And the best part of it is, listen, if you ever have a flood or you got water damage in your basement, this stuff, you just dry it out and you extract it and dry it. But at the same time, it looks, the way it's manufactured, this is what I love about it. The way it's manufactured, because it's like a high definition picture, it looks exactly like the real thing. You can't tell if it does, you couldn't tell from 10 feet if it's real wood or not.
Oh, the stuff they're coming out with today is even far better than what was out 2 and 3 years ago.
Right. It's amazing to me. And it's the way it goes on. It's much easier to install. So let me ask you a question, Bryan. Is it expensive? Like, if someone says to me, I'm trying to do new floors, I mean, listen, brand new hardwood floors nailed in by hand, sanded, 3 coats of Varathane, you're looking at $15, $16, $20 a square foot.
Oh, absolutely.
So what are you thinking about luxury vinyl tile or this new laminate? Can you get
Well,
it done
the
for
new
$7, $8,
laminates-
$9, $10 a foot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can. I mean, with anything, there's price ranges. I mean,
There's the good stuff. There's the
we
good,
have
better, best.
polyurethane coatings. We have ceramic bead coatings. We have diamond bead coatings. Whether you're getting into a water-resistant laminate, whether you're getting into a waterproof vinyl, waterproof vinyls. If we know you have a soaking wet area or you've got an area that's going to be potentially wet, like a basement, that tend to attract moisture, we're going to put you more into a vinyl. They're slightly more expensive than the laminate, but they're great products. And like the basement guys are telling you, you get water in your basement, you peel the stuff up, you take the shoe molding off or the base molding, you peel the stuff up, you dry it out, disinfect underneath it, put your floor back down.
And it's
it
done.
looks great, and it's done.
I wonder
if
how
not,
many.
your whole basement gets soaking wet. Only one corner might.
You know what? The first thing that thought to my mind is the minute you have a flood in the basement, most homeowners call their insurance agent, or they'll call like a dry force, and they'll have them extract it. Let's say a lot of companies today, and I don't know who or not, but they come in there and immediately said, "Oh yeah, we got to get rid of this," and they tear out the floor. They don't realize that the floor. So the homeowners need to know if this is a floor that's waterproof and you ever have a flood, you could save it and tell the contractor, hey, listen, don't be ripping this out. Disassemble it.
Disassemble it.
Which is easy.
Which is super easy.
Now,
Saves
how
them
much
a
of your
ton money.
business, Bryan? We're talking with Bryan Ritter from Dedicated Floor Covering out of Troy, Michigan. DedicatedFloorCovering.com, easily website. Bryan, how much of your business is related to floods, fires? People who had a unplanned event. That's which I call. Like insurance repair.
About 90% of our business.
So you do a lot of that.
Oh, tons of it.
And I know that because the reason why I asked is because a lot of contractors who do that business end up calling you to do the flooring.
Yes.
I know. I didn't realize that. A couple of my insurance repair guys said to me, hey, we know you have dedicated flooring. We heard you talk about him. He's our contractor too. When we have a flood and we call him in to do the flooring. So I didn't realize that. You're the first choice for a lot of insurance repair.
We specialize in it. The Dedicated Floor Covering's been around for 18 plus years. And they built their business by servicing that industry. So we know it. We understand it.
So you'll do the insurance language, the
Exactly.
lingo.
We know
So if
exactly.
a homeowner is working with a contractor and they want to call you for the flooring, you can handle that. You work with contractors, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're an insurance repair contractor out there and they need to talk to you, you'll work with them?
Yes.
That's even better.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about that for a second. So there's a flood in the basement and let's say they had old carpeting, right? And you have to rip the carpeting out, rip the molding out, rip the shoe out, and they need new flooring. Homeowner wants to do a laminate, but they have to deal through their insurance repair guy.
Yes.
But I hear you today. Can they call you and then you say, hey, let me talk to your guy and you'll work out pricing?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. What'll happen is they get an ITEL report, so the insurance company stipulates what goes on and how much they'll pay. And it's based on the flooring that was down there. So what we do is we look at the product and we price it as if we're replacing that so that we can maximize your dollars. And we see things differently than many of the contractors and, specifically the insurance companies will, because we know what it takes to replace that floor.
Insurance companies don't want to pay. They're
No,
deny, delay, DD, right? Deny
Right.
and delay, deny, delay.
Yeah.
So you are paying insurance every year for the fact that if something happens, it gets to replace like, kind, and quality.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We go back to them all the time. And I have no problem going back to them and saying, hey, this is what it's going to take us to replace this floor. This is what it's going to take to replace that floor today. Because costs do go up. I mean, we see increases, and unfortunately we have to pass them along. And in our industry, we pass them along to the insurance company. So we maximize your dollars. And we don't have any problem talking to those insurance companies and getting you as many dollars as we can.
Which is the way it should be. You're fighting for the homeowner.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
And of
we
course,
stand
listen,
up for our homeowners.
I never understood why the insurance. I mean, I get it. Why they're fighting against getting ripped off. They're fighting against overpaying. They're trying to lower the amount of the loss. I get it. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: with all the coronavirus, clean, neat, wipe this and that. Do you recommend a hard surface floor for things like that, or does it matter if you had anybody questioning, asking?
No, no one's really questioned just yet, but it's, it's a great thing. I spent 36 years in the construction industry before I moved into the flooring business. And when I was a log home and timber frame builder, we would teach healthy housing. You've got hard surface everywhere.
I love,
care of it.
I want to, it's so funny. You built log homes.
Oh, yeah.
I want to do that. But I always wondered when, like, the real log homes, where the logs, like the Lincoln logs, where the notches and they sit. How do you seal between the logs?
Well, every manufacturer is different.
What was a typical sealer that would air infiltrate?
They use foam.
Foam, okay.
Yeah, they would use
and foam lasts.
It's the locking system between the logs that they use. There's so many intricacies that go into it, and everybody has their own technology. I mean, you can spend years researching your log home.
Oh my God!
Because some log homes, they'll shrink. They move up and down. They have
there's movement.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was wondering about that. All right, we're going to take a quick break.
Move 6 inches.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about flooring, maybe a few log homes questions sprinkled in there. And if you have a question, text us 97136. I'm Adam Helfman. You're listening to the Hire It Done Radio Network. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Saturday morning Corona edition. We're talking with Bryan Ritter from Dedicated Floor Covering. Welcome back, Bryan.
Thank you, Adam.
So, Dedicated Floor Covering, obviously, is in the flooring business. Homeowners are thinking about doing new flooring. Let's say they call you. And do you come to their house? What do you, Bryan, what would you do? Would you come to the house, have them meet you? Or what's the easiest way?
We like to come to the home.
Yeah.
And
measure it and get it and show them some samples right there.
I talk to them. When you call, first of all, when you call Dedicated Flooring, you deal with me direct as the owner.
Perfect.
So you're dealing directly with me. And what I like to do is, just get a feel for what you're looking for, what you're trying to do, and then bring samples over to your house. And I'll bring multiple samples. I'll come over several times if I need to.
That's even better. So will you measure it up for people and do it all, get it priced right there?
We get it measured up. And, I have to go back to the office and put the estimate together and everything. But what we like to do is, in some instances, we're providing you with a budget so that you can see. You know, if you choose this floor, this is what we can do. If you choose this floor, this is what we can do. And it's about putting that client. I mean, one of the biggest things about meeting a client in their home and showing things to them in their home is, one, you get to see them where they're going to go in their natural environment. And two, it allows me to understand what they're looking at and what they're trying to accomplish and fit them into the best product for their lifestyle.
Makes sense.
So important.
Now, listen, we're talking coronavirus right now. Have you had any homeowners say, I don't want you to come to my house because of that? Or,
No.
business is still going to be business. And for anyone out there thinking, better be safe than sorry, listen, be careful, of course. But the home improvement guys have to come to your house to measure it up and all that. So, you might have that conversation ahead of time. Just say, look, here's the deal. Don't get within 6 feet of me.
I believe in personal hygiene. So my mom always taught me to wash my hands.
Right. I mean, look, we got the Lysol going on here right now.
Right.
I got the Lysol wipes. I got everything in my
You're
studio.
ready to go over there, Adam.
Are you kidding me? Look, I got even off-brand disinfectant wipes. We're good, man.
Ready to go.
This is, hired.
Do those have aloe vera in them? Is that
This
what
one,
that is?
This one kills 99% of bacteria. Kills cold and flu virus, mold and mildew. It doesn't. Let's see. Active ingredients: octyl dimethyl ammonium chloride. Ooh.
Well, I was just thinking with the green, it might be getting ready for summer with a little aloe vera.
Yeah, no, maybe I don't look at the. I can't look at the other thing, but we're talking about hand wipes. Just so everyone knows. And by the way, before coronavirus, just so everyone is clear, I'm the OCD guy. I was always wiping down the studio. I was spraying, like I have my own mini Lysol. I already knew coronavirus was killed by Lysol, which is okay.
Adam's always had the politically correct Corona handshake.
No, I'm a prepper.
Yeah, you are.
I'm a prepper. Listen, I have meals ready to eat. I've got plenty of toilet paper. I've got enough Purell and enough hand sanitizer, enough water. I am ready.
We should always be diligent. I mean,
Well, listen, better safe than sorry. I'm so ready that I actually flying my son home from college ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they didn't cancel his classes, and I was already got flights. And then they obviously canceled. Everyone's canceling. But I'm bringing him home. I don't have to drive to Boston. I got a flight.
There you go.
By the way, flights are so cheap. Unbelievably cheap.
I just came back from California, and I'm looking at going back again because it was like $43 one way.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's
It
nuts.
was unbelievable. So, all right, so let's talk about flooring. So, luxury vinyl tile, what's popular, like color-wise? Is there any colors that you see everyone's gravitating towards? Is it the gray?
Well, the browns, the grays, there's a lot of warm gray that has a little bit of brown in it.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. The paints as well.
Yeah.
Gray is transitioning towards vanilla/brown, little bit of a yellow banana-ish. It's going that way. There's a transition, I notice.
Yeah.
So I see it in flooring too. Good.
Well, and what's nice, though, too, is many of these manufacturers that have multiple lines with their carpet and their LVTs and their laminate floors, those luxury vinyl tiles, they're matching them up. So if you have multiple surfaces in your home, they now have color lines that flow right together with one another.
Really, you can transition a color?
Well, you can transition so that way your surfaces, like if you want carpet in that bedroom and you've got that vinyl tile or that laminate floor running down your hall, you can transition and the color palette is in that carpet and in that floor. So you make these seamless transitions. So you can go from hard surface to soft surface. You can change your hard surfaces.
Whoa.
And all those color palettes are the same.
Where do I get to
you
see that?
You can, well,
Online? You have it? You have it in your showroom? Or?
we have, we're establishing our new showroom.
You're in the middle of building it.
We're in the middle of building it,
Cool.
yes. They've never had a showroom before. And we just thought, this would be a great time to establish a showroom. It's strictly referral, and it's all private. It's by appointment, so you're not in there. Corona-wise, we fit right in. I mean, we were ahead of the curve because it's by appointment. So you can
So you just
come
invite
in,
people in. Okay, that's smart.
one-on-one interaction. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Okay, I love this transition idea. So let's go into a typical house, foyer. You walk into the foyer, and there's a hallway straight down into the kitchen area.
Sure.
That hallway's laminate flooring. But then as I go from the hallway into the kitchen, I want to transition the hard floor, same surface,
Yes.
luxury vinyl tile, but I want to transition the color. So I can go like a brown, and then I can transition to a gray.
You can change anything.
Ooh, I'm liking that.
And then you can have a carpet in your family room, which has
Similar color.
similar colors. Yeah, and you can make all
Now,
those
if I'm
colors
like
function together.
design inhibited,
Yeah.
can you help with design colors? You have people, and you guys, you're good at that.
If you don't mind my opinion.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
but yes, I can, absolutely.
a lot of people
Yeah,
say,
be
"Well, I have a
happy.
white cabinet, and I got this kind of granite. I need flooring to complement."
Well, and what I'll do is and that's one of the reasons we like to meet in your home, because you may not be changing your kitchen cabinets. You
Right.
might only be changing your floor.
Right, you do a lot of
what
that.
we need to do, and you like that paint color and you want to stay with that. Well, let's take a look at your home.
Right,
And let's put those warm colors in there, and let's put those inviting colors in there. And we can help you with that.
that's smart. We're talking with Bryan Ritter. He's the owner of Dedicated Floor Covering out of Troy, Michigan. The website, dedicatedfloorcovering.com. Can't get any easier than that. The number, 248-583-0103, in case you want to get an estimate for some flooring. So how busy are you? Like if someone calls you this week, say, I heard you on the radio, I'm looking at flooring, you come out there, they say yes. Are you a couple weeks backed up or 6 weeks? What is the timeline?
No, we're usually never 6 weeks. I mean, it takes it takes anywhere between 5 and 10 days, depending on when we order that material.
Okay, so you got to order it, then it comes in.
We don't keep it in stock because we only offer brand new product to clients.
Right.
So what's on the market and what's available. So we order per project for that specific home. Usually takes 5 to 10 days to get into our warehouse, and so we can have your floor in usually within 2 to 3 weeks.
Now, let me ask you a question. I got a house. Give me a typical scenario.
Sure.
The floor squeaks a little, and it's not so level. I'm pulling up carpet. There's some pee stains from the old animals and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But I want a fresh new floor. I got to get some leveling done. I want to get rid of the squeaks. I heard you on the radio. I need you to come over. Are you the guy for that?
Just give me a call.
No problem.
I have, like I had mentioned before, I've got 36 years in the construction industry. I know.
So you understand the choice. You understand screwing down, gluing
down, gluing them, shimming them,
floor level,
underneath, the floor leveling. We always, a lot of people will go in and they just put the floor leveler down, thinking that it sticks to the floor. No, you have to put the primer down. If it's one thing we don't do, we don't cut corners. We do it the right way, or we're just not going to do it.
Well, that's the whole point. No one wants that.
Well, yeah. I mean, it just comes back. You're not happy. I'm not happy because I'm coming back. We want to do it the right way. We make sure. And with my background, we can pinpoint and look at many of those things that are going to occur so that we can provide you with the best product.
Which is the best way to do it. That's why when I checked you guys out and did your pre-screening, the reviews and the customers were raving about you. And I also like that you service other contractors. So if you're a contractor as well and you need a floor guy to help you with flooring, give Bryan Ritter from Dedicated Floor Covering a call. Completely services both homeowner and contractor, which is smart. If you have a flood in your house and you're getting paid for flooring, give him a call because he understands the insurance 10 and 10, Xactimate, the language.
We'll talk directly to your insurance agent on your behalf.
Yeah.
And we'll help you out.
Now, you do all other flooring too, though.
Oh, yeah. We do carpet, hardwood.
Pre-finished hardwood still popular too?
Pre-finished hardwood,
It's
not
expensive.
as popular. Well, you've got the laminate floors and the vinyl floors, which
It's
are
killing
taking
them.
over.
I love those.
And I'll tell you, I went to a flooring show just the other week.
Yeah.
You put them down on the floor, the look is amazing.
You can't even tell, I know.
No, you can't.
Brian, time's up. It goes so fast.
Adam,
Thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you so much. It was great to see you.
Dedicated
Thank you.
Floor Covering. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We'll see you around the next minute.